How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Hbar update, and we're still holding this final layer of defense. I've been saying that this is where a reversal must be coming from. You could argue that this is a falling wedge pattern, but it's also actually this double bottom over here, and hopefully, just like this double top brought the dip, you're hoping that the double bottom here sustains, recovers 24 to 26 cent. This would then initiate a move towards 33 and 36. This is ultimately the level that needs recovering. The risk is, and what I am anticipating from here, is a rejection. Whether it holds 29 or 30 or comes back down into 24, 26 remains to be seen, but it cannot lose this level once it's recovered. Udente, if it did come down into there, it's forming this inverse head and shoulders pattern on a macro scale, like the whole of this year, to break out towards the getting out, as you can see, summertime. So it could still take until summer, or towards the midway through or towards the end of summer. Who knows if it's going to follow this. It could take a lot longer, but yeah. And that's actually a bit weird because summer's not usually bullish. So that would be something different, something that we don't usually see, because summer is usually bearish, guys. That'll be quite interesting. But of course, I'm going to talk about the risks. While under this high and 26 cent, 26 and 29 cent, it can actually move up quite high and still get rejected and attempt losing this low again. If it's actually successful in doing so, it's losing the macro uptrend and it's going to go into a macro downtrend. Many months of downside. You'd have to argue that that's the bear market, because if it's already down so and so, and if it repeats a similar amount, then of course that would be considered the bear market. But we haven't lost that key level yet. The 200 EMA is not actually holding, but you're hovering around it. We can see there is support down here anyways, so I'm more interested in holding this level 17.5 to 18 cents, and then it must recover the moving averages, all of them. To be honest, that would be a good step in the right direction, but not out of the woods. Can still get rejected in this area and eventually lose the green box. As you can see, we've got the Fibonacci suggesting this is a massive area of resistance. I'll take it up to the 27 cent area, because in my previous videos I was using that. So we can see that between the 382 and the 0.5, it was catching some nice support on these candles, but by including the 886 over here, is tapping into this zone. There's a wick there that now taps into it. So yeah, it's just increasing the box. It's both of them are accurate, just so you know, they are both accurate. Just extended it a little bit, because in this move down, my last resistance is the 886, so I would need to see 27 cent recovered, flipped into support, and then these become the targets, 32 to 38. Now we can see that the 172 to the 1474 lies within the 786 and 886. So it's just saying, from the more micro fib, if there's a sustained move where we see the 886 27 cent recovered, that's this area as well. I was saying earlier on, that would start moving to the next red box of resistance. And we can see the more micro fib also talking about this same path, same trajectory. And it's saying in this area, there is going to be a rejection. What we need to see is if it will hold this area support to give a bounce once again, but this time breaking the 886 36 cent. Once that has happened, then this is the next area where it will slow down between 46 and 66 cents. So we'd be looking at hitting and making a new all-time high. So hitting the previous around the level of where these two are overlapping, 56 and 56. So the 2414 and the 1414 is there. In all honesty, guys, that's most likely where it will top out. Maybe you get a wick above, hitting at the 147, maybe hitting 59. Could go as high as there, but it will find resistance at 56 cent. So I would love to say this is the bottom and this is the very beginning of the move up into 56, maybe 60 cent, and from here this is a 200% move. Do what you will with this information. I'm just trying to let you know that there are and warn you that there are still a lot of hurdles up ahead that need recovering in order to consider this bullish, in order to consider those targets actually valid. Remember that the 886, which is 36 cent, that needs to be flipped into support, and then this area becomes valid. That would be the target. That is where I expect it, because we haven't been there in many years, for it to struggle and roll over from maybe forming a new range in this area between 30 and 60 cents. So a new 30-cent range, similar to what's happening down over here. That could happen over here in the future, just so you know. And again, until that 886 has been recovered, there could be a risk that we go into new lows. I know that sounds crazy, but I've shown you in past Bitcoin updates. If I head over to here and we dissect these moves, very early on into this correction, we could have bottomed out had it broken the 886, but it didn't. Went into new lower lows, and the same thing once again, hit the 886 and went into new lower lows. If I then measure this completed move down, look what it pumped into again, the 886, and then still went into new lows. Eventually, we measure that new completed move down. Eventually, that 886 and 786 was turned into support, as you can see over here if I move this box. And then look, it went ahead and started continuing to the targets. Now, it wasn't successful in getting to the final one, but it hit this one over here, so almost got to that final one. That means, of course, up ahead for Hbar, there's targets even beyond 56 cent. But just simply because it is the previous all-time, that is where I expect the next key level of resistance and rejection to come from. But yes, we could be seeing $1 plus. That would be absolutely incredible. And, you know, this could be the earliest entry. Absolutely. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that, because, of course, just showing you that those Bitcoin charts, until that 886 is broken, those targets actually are not valid. You could go into new lows only once that level is broken, 36 cent, did those targets become valid. With that in mind, create your own strategy, do your own analysis now, create your own strategy, do what you will. What I would do is just DC at a slower rate than when it's fully confirmed, because the risk is it could finish pumping as early as 22 cent and roll over into new lows, or the next level it could go down from is here into new lows and start a macro downtrend. That means going down for months and months and months and months, rest of the year, and be even worse positioned for a move back up. So making it highly likely for a dead cat bounce. This could still be a dead cat bounce, could get up as high as there and still go into new lower lows. So I will update it as it develops. But of course, right now, as this green box still maintains, I'm expecting a move up, but 22 to 27 cent is my upcoming resistance, and a rejection will form from there. Then this needs to hold once again, create that higher low, recover this level. Once that's recovered, then we get that further move up into there. From here, we get rejected once again. Although we need it to be recovered, it's most likely going to get rejected, and then would need to hold this area this time as support and then flip it. That's when we see 56, get rejected, consolidate, and then potentially into $1 plus. That is it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you want to get educated to learn all of this, so you're not caught off guard, so you know the expectations set from the Fibonacci's and how to place them exactly, I've got multiple options. Do the ebook. That's something you can do in your own time. It's one of the cheaper options. The cheapest option being the Discord community. You actually get group workshops. So what we do in the one-to-ones is teach you one-to-one, but in the Discord, we do it as a group on a weekly basis. If you're interested in that, as well as getting more content, more TA, and just being part of a community so you can talk to other people, ask me any questions, ask them any questions. The links are down below in the description. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, help me get to 10k subs. Would really be appreciated if you could bump up the algorithm. And yeah, turn on the notification bell, because I do just post randomly. Cheers.